What up, YouTube? Denny in Saigon. Thanks for watching my video. My name's Denny. I'm an American, but I live in Vietnam. Ho Chi Minh City, formerly known as Saigon. It's motorbike traffic here mostly, and which is cool because it's cheap. Super cheap. I have an old motorbike, and it's really old, junky. Hit the ground on it a few times, but that's okay. I think I paid a little over $100 for this motorbike, and I've been all over South Vietnam on it, and I haven't had to put too much money into it. So technically, I think you're supposed to get a license here. I never have, and it hasn't been a problem so far. I've been here 2 years. Thinking about going back home in May after the school year finishes. Makes me sad because I gotta watch out here, sweeping trash into the road. A lot of things will wipe you out on the motorbike, so you got to be real careful. I'm thinking about going home. I miss my kids a lot. I've got 2 grandsons now. And my boy's 17, and other things are going on in his life where he kind of needs me. So I'm real sad about leaving Vietnam. I love living here. I'm not sure exactly when I'm coming back. I live in Indiana. My home is in Indiana. It's not it is a cheap place to live in the USA. Yes, it is, compared to every place else, really. But there's not much in Indiana. It's kind of like here, you know. It's cheap in the province as well, but there's not much there. And it's cold. It's freaking cold. Violent weather, storms, all that crap. I was just over at Bui Vien, Walking Street, had some lunch. Sitting next to a Aussie. He's originally from Germany. He lives in Cairns now. Goes back and forth from Germany to Australia to Vietnam. He's an older guy, and he was having lunch beside me. And he says the weather's real nice in Cairns. We don't have that. We're not that lucky back home in Indiana. I'm gonna have to buy long underwear if I go back there. That doesn't please me. And then the worst part is I'm from a small town, so I gotta figure out where to live. It's hard to find a place to live in a small town. Here I can find a room anywhere for $10 a night if I want. And there are a lot of rooms here, a lot of places to live in Saigon. Where I'm from, no, not really. Pretty much have to buy a house. They have some apartments, but a lot of times there's a waiting list. Rent a room, or sometimes people rent house trailers, buy a house trailer. I don't really want to do that. So I don't know what I'm going to do. Do not know what to do. I do want to go back home and see my kids real bad. I don't really want to deal with, I talk about this a lot, I don't want to deal with all the changes, the negative changes I see happening in the West, but I don't see happening here. I mean, we're getting ready to roll out 5G. Will it give you cancer? I don't know. Will it mind control you? I don't know. Make you sick? I don't know. That's what they said about smart meters. I don't know if people get sick off smart meters, but maybe. Are they spying on you in the West? Well, yeah, of course, they're spying on you. They're doing a lot of stuff to you that they're not telling you about, and I understand it. Not everybody understands it, but you know, they got a profile on everybody. You know, whether you're on social media or not, they got a profile on you, and they got a database record on you. I think a lot of these data breaches, so-called data breaches, are not really what they claim to be, and they're building a profile on every person, just like they have in China. they're not up to that speed here. You know, they're not tracking people to that level yet. Maybe never. I don't know. I don't really want to deal with all that. Also, the fact that it's cheap to live here. Real cheap as far as utilities are concerned. You barely notice them. In the in the West, they bombard you with your utilities and monthly bills, so it's hard to keep afloat sometimes. But you're working a hell of a lot, which is what I always had to do. I guess your results may vary, right? In the USA. The women are hotter here. There's no doubt about it. The women of Vietnam, the women of Southeast Asia are super gorgeous. I love the women here. More than I could say. I could talk about it every day, how hot they are. Talk about this one and that one. They're so beautiful. Last night I was working with a teacher, and she's in her early 20s, really. I think she's so cute. She's super cute. In fact, she looks like, if you're my age, you'll recognize the name. She looks like Valerie Bertinelli. Remember her? A long time ago on TV. She looks like her in her 20s, you know. She just has a super cute face. Of course, she's built like a brick shit house. You just run into girls like that all the time. They're super gorgeous and super sexy, and they look like somebody that you've seen before, right? Like, there's another teacher who I swear she looks like Samantha from Bewitched. She's like the Vietnamese Elizabeth Montgomery, and she's just drop dead gorgeous. She's super gorgeous. She's built just like her too. Has a perfect smile. That's Vietnam. You just see women like that everywhere. Trying not to get killed by this bus. No, he's not going down this street, probably. This is a market area right here. This place, here in a little bit, this place will be packed and full of people. I think twice a day. Full of all kinds of traffic. It'd be hard to get through here. Yeah, so I'll definitely miss. I love hot girls. I love the beautiful ladies. I love looking at them. I love talking to them. I love watching them. I just love being around them. And so that's gonna suck going back to Indiana, where there's really not any hot girls. I mean, there are maybe in Indianapolis or something, but I'm not gonna go live in Indy. You know, people, maybe you know, maybe you don't. The cities in the USA are not that safe, in my estimation. Okay, you think what you want, but even though I grew up in a small town, I've had a lot of dealings in Fort Wayne and Indianapolis and around, and I understand. Okay, I understand about the cities. And you get carjacked pretty quick in Indy. You don't watch your ass. And this here is not really the same thing. It's not really like that. I've never felt unsafe here. Now, if you're a lady or something, if you're a female and you're small, maybe it's different. I'm kind of a big dude. Normally, people don't mess with me, but it's also where you're at, who you're dealing with. I'm gonna go back and live in the West and wait for them to confiscate guns. I know the lefties and the liberals will tell you, we don't want to confiscate any guns. That's a conspiracy theory or some shit they'll come up with. Of course they do. Of course they do. It's a world government thing. It's a world government plan. You say, Denny, that's a conspiracy theory. There's a giant statue at the United Nations in New York, that's got a picture of looks like a 9mm tied into a knot. The barrel's tied into it. Yeah, I think they're going to want to take your guns. I think that's the plan. The thing about it is, you need a gun in the USA. You're going to have one. You're going to have to be armed in the USA. And if you're not armed and you're just relying on the police to protect you, then you're some kind of ass clown. probably going to get killed. I always carry a gun in the USA, and I tell you what, it's saved my ass more than a couple of times. Maybe I was somewhere I shouldn't have been. That's beside the point. Maybe I wanted to go home. Maybe I want to go home at night. You know, the police always say that. We want to go home at night. That's right, and everybody else wants to go home at night too. So in the USA, at least, you need to carry a gun for the same reason that the police do, because you want to go home at night. And they do deal with a lot of, you know, the worst elements of society. But guess what? You do too. They don't deal with anybody that you don't deal with, okay? You deal with the same people. Those are the people who are probably your neighbors or in your family, or they're, you know, parked next to you at Walmart, or they're in line next to you at McDonald's. The same people. And you need to deal with those people too sometimes. So, yeah, I'm a big proponent of the Second Amendment, and I'm a survivor. Denny's a survivor, you know. I'm going to survive no matter what the situation is. One way or another, I'm going to survive till I don't. Where I'm from, in a small town in Indiana, the crime is not bad. It does happen, though, sometimes. Crazy things happen everywhere, especially in the West. There's a lot of crazy people. If you travel the world at all, maybe you know, maybe you don't, but at least two groups of people in the world are crazy. And I'd say you can always go somewhere and meet a crazy Russian. And I like Russians. I'm not the lefties blaming Russians for everything, but you can always meet a crazy Russian somewhere. And but they're very nice people too. But nobody has it over the Americans, okay? You can meet a crazy American anywhere you go. And Americans are next level batshit crazy. And a bunch of us, they're suffering, you know, living this woe. And that's just the way it goes. The Vietnamese, I tell you, they're not crazy compared to Americans. And there may be some, but America wrote the book, I think, on crazy. You see this highway right here? You don't want to go down this highway ever. Google will route you. If you come to District 12 from over there where all the expats are at, Google will take you right down that highway. You don't want to go there. That is a nasty, dirty, dangerous highway. I see a lot of teachers come over here from District 1 and District 2, and they take that route. It's a bad route to take. It's going to take you a lot longer, for one thing, and it's really, really dirty and dangerous. You get pretty dirty riding around on a motorbike in this city, let me tell you. You will need a shower when you get to where you're going. I take, in Asia, man, I take 3 or 4 showers a day, every day. Check out this karaoke place. Karaoke, whatever, okay? They just built it in a few days. Karaoke's a big deal here. Must be their grand opening. I'm getting ready to have a big shindig. I'm gonna go over to this Vinmart and give me a Sprite. Thanks for watching my video, and I hope you have a great day.